Critics have been saying for years that the Spanish-led consortium that had won the bid to expand the Panama Canal was too low. They said the $3.2 billion would pay a little more than just for the cost of concrete. And they could be right. The group leading that expansion has given Panama an ultimatum. Come up with the extra $1.6 billion by January 20th, or the builders go home and they leave the project unfinished. Bianca Davie has more on the dispute and what that could mean for the global community.
Already several months behind schedule, the clock is ticking for Panama's government and a group of private investors to resolve a dispute over the Panama Canal expansion project. Companies from Spain, Italy, and Belgium have been working since 2009 on overhauling the waterway. Now the multinational group says the endeavor is way over the original $3 billion budget, and they're looking to Panama's government to fill in the financial gap. Their argument? The Panamanians underestimated the situation.
When you're digging and you find this hodgepodge of materials and get to see the actual excavation of the locks, then you can see the materials that have been brought can't be used to make the concrete aggregates. Not until then did we see this. They didn't see this through the evaluation, and neither did we in our brief time.
The Panama Canal handles about 5% of the world's trade. As it currently stands, some 4,800 containers can make it through the waterway at once. When the expansion is complete, capacity will more than double, and larger vessels will gain access to the canal. The Panama Canal Authority says it's not responsible for every new expense that arises. But if the calls for more funding are, quote, well supported, the government is more than willing to pitch in. With Spanish government officials in town to help resolve the dispute, Panama's president insists that this spat is not a sign of a more serious problem.
I want to emphasize that the government of Italy and the government of Spain and the government of Panama have outstanding diplomatic and commercial relations. This is not a diplomatic problem. This is a commercial issue among the companies in the three countries.
The canal first opened for business 100 years ago, and it continues to be a reliable contributor to Panama's economy. The canal currently accounts for about $1 billion in annual government revenues. But once the build-out is done, the canal could contribute more than 10% to the country's GDP. The expanded canal is expected to open in June 2015. Bianca Davie, CCTV.